So can you think of something now that really angers you or frustrates you?
Yeah.
Good. Tell me in one sentence what it is.
There's a person outside source that's sort of showing himself back up into the present time.
All right. Let me have one word that I can trigger off. So give me a name. It doesn't have to be the person's name if you don't want, but when I say it to you, the memory comes up.
House.
House. All right. Close your eyes as you think of house now, and you know what house represents to you, so you can do it very personally inside your brain. Allow all that emotion to come up from that memory on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being total anger, frustration, annoyance, 0 being 0. What number are you at right now as you think about house?
9.
Open your eyes. Get your left hand, little finger with your 2 fingers on your right hand. Just push down on your little finger. Relax your jaw. So actually push your jaw a little bit forward so it looks a bit like this. Mouth open a bit. Yeah, so your mouth is open, your jaw's relaxed. Just keep holding on to that finger. Push down on it like so. So open up your other hand. Open up your right hand and then just like push down. Yeah, on the little finger. So like that. You just hold it like that. You see, you're making a fist with the other hand a little bit. Don't just have your other hand open like that. Yeah. And just relax your jaw. I'll explain it to you in a minute, but I'm going to be quiet for a moment while you just do what you're doing. You don't have to do anything other than keep doing what you're doing. And I'll check in with you in a moment. Keep accessing that memory of house. Make sure your jaw's relaxed. And you can talk to me perfectly. On a scale of 0 to 9 right now on the frustration, annoyance, anger scale, where's that anger, frustration, annoyance now? 0 to 9.
I'd say maybe a 2.
Maybe
I don't know.
All right. I'll check in. Is it a 2 or not? What's that?
It could be a 0.
Could be a 0.
I think I'm overthinking it right now, but I don't. It's gone.
Don't think, feel. House. Memories activated. You're in it. I know you can think it, but now you need to feel it. It's not the thought that hurts you, it's the emotion. You could imagine the worst things in the world, but if there's no emotion attached to it, you don't feel anything. That's right. Relax the jaw. To check in.
I would go maybe a 2.
A 2. All right. Okay. I'll check in with you in a few seconds. Keep doing what you did. With your other hand, yeah, just make sure. I don't want you to ever make a fist with that other hand. I'll explain to you in a minute why I want it to be open, your other hand. Make sure, and with your, actually pull down on it. So pull down on that little thing. Yeah, don't hurt yourself, but just pull down. Relax your jaw. I'll check in with you in a few seconds. Zero to 2 right now. Where's it gone? The emotion.
Like I would say 0.
0. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, keep holding on to that little finger. Keep your jaw relaxed. Try and get pissed off, annoyed, angry about house. Now, keep your jaw relaxed. Keep pulling down on that little finger. Find you could probably get the memory, past or present, but you can't get the emotion. Really try to get a feeling and find that you can't. As long as you keep the finger down and you relax your jaw. Are you in that memory?
Yeah, it's there's nothing there really.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Awesome. Relax. So that's a very, I'll explain how it works, but that's a very, very quick way in the moment, in seconds, to get you out of anger, frustration. So what happens is when we're angry, so frustration, annoyed are just brother, sister emotions of the mother emotion, if you will, of anger. They're just different forms of anger. So may as well go after anger. There's different names for it. So what happens is when we get angry, the amygdala, prefrontal cortex of your brain, very, very quickly, quicker than I can click my fingers, it scans your body to see if you're angry, see if it's needed for fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So the first thing it does, in a split second, quicker than I can do that, if you're angry, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, you tense your jaw unconsciously, you tense your hands. You might not necessarily make fists, but your hands will be tense. Hence why I didn't get you to make a fist with one hand. So what happens when your jaw's relaxed, and when you're pushing down on a little finger, you can't make fists or have tense hands, knuckles with either hand. Your amygdala goes, well, you can't be angry right now. we're going to shut off that adrenaline because he's safe. There's nothing for him to be angry about. And then suddenly it collapses the problem. That's why it works.
Yeah.
It works very, very well. So I want you to do that. It's in some videos that I sent you last week, but whenever
Yep.
you feel anger, frustration, right? First thing you do is 0 to 10, if it's anger. And then first thing you do, push down on the little finger, and then you just hold it for as long as you need to hold it. It might be 10 seconds, it might be 30, it might be a minute. Hell, it might be 2 minutes. Guess what? It feels better to do this than be angry. This is all you need to do. You don't have to do anything fancy other than that. But remember, relax your jaw. Make sure both hands are open and you're pulling down gently on that little finger. Make sense?
Yeah,
So
I love that one. Yeah, it's great.
in the moment, like I've had clients, I'll give you a quick story. I had this client a few years ago in England, many years ago when I lived in England, in fact. This company hired me to come and hypnotize a bunch of stockbrokers for better performance. But really, it was a ruse. It was a guise. They didn't really want me to hypnotize the whole office. There was one guy they wanted me to hypnotize, but they couldn't single him out, couldn't force him to have therapy, right? And they basically said, the boss said to me, the manager, there's this one guy that works with us. He's a great stockbroker. He makes us a shit load of money. He's shit hot at his job. He's great, but he's an arrogant fucker. Nobody likes him, and he's really harming the harmony of the office, the culture of the office. Nobody can bear to be around this guy. We've put him in a corner office to keep him away from everyone, but it just rubs everyone off the wrong way, and it affects the culture, and we don't want that. So I've hired you to pretend to hypnotize everyone, but really I want you to hypnotize him. So I was getting everyone in for a bit of coaching one-on-one, and it came to this guy's turn. We'll call him John. That wasn't his name. So before I open my mouth, John says to me, listen, I don't believe in any of this hypnosis stuff. I'm just here because they're making me be here. Don't want to be in it. Think you're a phony. Don't believe in any of this stuff. To which I say, I don't believe in it either, but can I just show you something about your mind? It's going to take a couple of minutes, and then you're back to making money on the stock exchange. He's like, oh, it's not going to be an hour, like a therapy session. So it'll be a couple. He's like, yeah, I got a couple of minutes. So I showed him the things to do with anger. And he looks at me, he's like, all right, is that it? 2 minutes, done. He leaves. They call me back in about 6 weeks later, and I'm again pretending to work with everyone else, but really I'm there for him. So he comes into the office and he's like, I've got to tell you something. I don't believe in hypnosis. Told you that. Yeah. He's like, and if you tried to sell me on hypnosis, I would have been completely shut down. Like, I know. But when you told me the explanation of holding down the little finger and relaxing the jaw, and how your amygdala can't release adrenaline, fight, flight, freeze, or form means that I can't be angry. I said it makes sense. It makes logical sense. So I went up. I didn't believe you. So I went on Google, checked this stuff out about the jaw and the hand, and it correlated. It made sense. So what would happen? I'm like, so great. So what have you noticed over the last month? Because it'd explode in meetings all the time. He'd cut promos on people left and right out of nowhere. So he says, well, whenever I was in a meeting, I did what you told me to do. Underneath the table, I'd feel these idiots, his words, were talking, or I felt myself getting angry and not listening, waiting for my turn. But I did that thing because it made sense, and I Googled it because I didn't believe you. And I held my little finger under the table. Nobody even knew what I was doing. It was under the table. I relaxed my jaw when everyone else was talking. And as soon as it was my turn, I stood up, did my thing. And when it wasn't my turn, I relaxed my jaw, my finger. And I've had no reports written up about me over the last week or last month or so, however long it was. I'm like, great. He goes, but I got to say something really strange. I think you saved my marriage. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I didn't tell you this, but, you know, a couple of weeks ago, my wife said to me, John, I call him John, that's not his real name. She's like, we've been together for many years. She's like, I've been thinking about divorcing you, and for a while now. And because you've got this anger. It's the first time his wife had ever brought it up to him. He's got this anger. And although I love you, this anger is just ugly. And I see it as being a corrosive thing. And I've been thinking about leaving you for a while. But then something's changed about you. And the last couple of weeks, last month or so, you're like the man I fell in love with. She's like secretly, Luke, I think you saved my marriage because I did that at home as well and let my anger go. So even though I don't believe in hypnosis, thank you for helping me save my marriage. That's how powerful this technique is. Just relax your jaw, hold on little finger. You said to me you felt some sadness over the last week. That's right. So can you
Yeah.
think of something, one of those triggers, maybe the loneliness? When you go to bed, 10:30, you can't, that's it. Close your eyes. On a scale of 0 to 10, imagine now it's 10:30 tonight, 11, can't fall asleep. You're there alone in bed. How high is that loneliness, that sadness, 0 to 10?
An 8.
Open your eyes. I want you to get your ring finger on your left hand, and you can actually physically wrap around it. You can make a fist of this one. So squeeze your ring finger with your other hand, like so. Relax your jaw. You can close your eyes or keep them open, however you want to do this. I'm going to check in with you periodically every few seconds, but just keep holding that finger as you're doing. And you can talk to me perfectly as you continue to hold that figure, as you have been doing. As you keep that memory open of the loneliness, I know you can have the memory, you can think of 10, 10:30, 11 and not sleeping. It's not the thought that hurts you, it's the emotions attached to the bottom of it. But as you keep that memory open now, on a scale of 0 to 9, where's that sadness? Where's that loneliness gone now?
It's about a 6.
About a 6. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. I'll check in with you in a few seconds. Where is it now?
A 2 or a 3.
Is it a 2 or a 3? Is it a 2 or a 3 or lower now, Scotty?
It's just sort of hovering. It's just kind of hovering. I've had this for a long time. Like it's sorry about that.
That's okay. Stop. What number is it right now?
Like a 0 to 1.
0 to 1. Okay, there's still a 1 there. Okay, keep holding on to it. So here's the interesting thing. You can create a problem, consciously or unconsciously, as you keep holding on to that finger, as quickly as I can click my fingers. For example, a phobia is created this quickly in your mind. Just because you've had a problem for a year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, your whole life. Sometimes people think, well, the length of the problem, the length that I've carried this problem on my back must mean it's going to take that length of time to let go of it. No, it's a bit like this. You're walking around, and your foot's been hurting. Your foot's been hurting for years, but you've done nothing about it. Or you've looked at the wrong foot or the wrong part of the foot that's been hurting, right? But you've had this foot pain for years. And then one day the doctor comes along, goes, oh, Scotty, you've been having this pain because there's a little piece of wood. There's a splinter in your foot. The doctor comes in, he knows what he's doing. He removes the splinter, even though you've been having that foot pain for years and years and years. He removes the splinter, then suddenly the pain's gone. Just because you had it for years doesn't mean you can't get rid of it now. As you imagine, that's right, it's 10:30, 11. It's a bit of a challenge at this particular time to fall asleep. You're there alone. As you focus on that now, where's that sadness or that loneliness gone now?
I'm not thinking of it. 0.
Think about it, but notice as you think about it, because I generally want you to test it, notice now that the emotion's gone. But I do want you to open up the memory so you're thinking of it, but remember, it's not the thought that hurt you, it's just the emotion that was attached underneath. Are you in the memory?
Yeah.
All right, so be in that memory, future or past. Has all of that sadness or loneliness gone now?
No.
No. What number are you at?
Like a 1 or 2.
1 or 2. Let me ask you, is there any good reason that you need to hold on to that 1 or 2? First thing that comes up.
No.
Okay. So point 2 Keep holding on to that finger, but with your thumb or your index finger, just point to where in your body that sadness resides. It's probably going to be in your throat, your solar plexus, or your tummy, most likely. It could be somewhere else. Just point to where that feeling of loneliness or sadness is.
It's in my throat.
In your throat. What color is it? First color that comes into your head.
Purple.
And what shape is it? First shape that comes into your head.
A triangle.
And it has to be moving. In order for you to feel, emotion is motion, something in motion. Is it moving clockwise or is it moving counterclockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. All right. So what I'm going to get you to do in a moment is I'm going to get you to actually physically mind this. In a moment, you can open up those two hands. You're going to grab hold of your throat. Don't want to hurt yourself. And you're going to imagine on the count of 3 that you're putting out that purple triangle that's moving clockwise. Then I'm going to rapidly give you some instructions to do real quickly. You ready?
Ready.
Open up your hands. Focus on that throat. Focus on that purple on that throat. Focus on that triangle on your throat. Actually touch your throat now because you're going to pull it out on 3. 1, 2 with both hands. Both hands grab it. And now 3. Pull out that triangle that's purple that's going clockwise. Now change the color. Change the shape and make it spin counterclockwise. Do all that now. And now put it back inside your throat and notice how that feels differently now. You can keep the good feeling there now, but you can relax your hands for any way you want, in your lap or whatever. Now, as you focus on that memory of going to bed, 10:30, 11, where's the sadness, the loneliness gone now?
0.
Now, try really hard to feel lonely and sad while you keep that new feeling there, locked inside. Try really, really hard to feel lonely, to feel sad. You go to bed early, 10:30 or 11. Notice you can think it, but notice you can't feel that feeling now. And I want you to be honest with me. Has all of that feeling gone from that?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with that?
I am. Yes. Very.
Good job. Open your eyes. So we did 2 things there. You're in Chinese medicine. This comes from Chinese medicine and energy medicine, by the way. This little finger represents anger. Your ring finger represents sadness. Sadness is the mother emotion, but underneath it could be loneliness, feeling down, depression, whatever. But sadness is the mother. So typically you grab it. It wasn't quite going as fast as I wanted it to go, so I added something else. I asked you where you felt it in your body, and typically it will be throat, solar plexus, tummy is where most people will feel these things. I asked you to give it a color, give it a shape. First thing that comes into your mind, so it's more likely to come from the surface, unconscious, rather than a logical thing, because logic don't fix this shit. You chose a color, you chose a shape. In order for you to feel an emotion, it has to be moving. If it was still, you wouldn't be feeling it. So it has to move one way or the other. And simply I got you to change the color, change the shape, change the energy, put it back. So by changing the symptom, by changing the symbol, it works somatically, meaning it changes your experience of it in the body. That's why it shifted for you. That's why we went there. But you can do that with anything. So if you're ever having a feeling inside your body, whether you have a label for it or not, you might have a label, anxiety, sadness, or it might just be, there's a sensation that I don't like. That's how you can change it. What color, what shape, where's it moving? And then quickly pull it out. Actually, you'll physically pull it out. Imagine it's in front of you. It's no longer a part of you. Then quickly change shape, color, direction of the energy, pull it back. And because you've changed the symbol, because you've changed the symbol, it changes its whole impact on your body. Make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Beautiful. You said, was it stress? Was stress another one that you were feeling?
Yeah, the stress and anxiety, I sort of umbrellaed under one.
All right. So we're going to do this in one. Your final 2 fingers and thumb. Your middle finger is fear. Your middle finger is anxiety. Your index finger is fear. Your thumb is worry. So we're just going to combine them all. So you're going to put your middle finger and index finger together like a pistol. Bang, bang. You're going to put your thumb on top like so. And then with your other hand, you can make a fist with this one because it's not anger. You're going to grab your thumb and two fingers, give them a big squeeze. And you can relax them on your lap if you want, but just make sure through this whole process you're squeezing your two fingers and your thumb. Actually, you know what? Let go for a moment. I went too fast. Close your eyes. Bring up something, the thing that's been making you feel anxious over the last week, and just nod your head when you've got it. Give me a word so I can trigger it in you. What's a word that symbolizes that event, that memory?
Donkey.
Donkey. All right. 0 to 10. As you think of donkey now, where's the anxiety now? Don't smile too much. It might disappear, the anxiety that is. What number is the donkey at? That's right.
Just by saying donkey,
Donkey, yeah.
It brought it down there. So I'll have to change my word.
All right.
I wanted to say another one, but
you know what? Let's do this. Open up your hand for a minute. Shake it out. Close your eyes. Bring up that thing in your mind that was making you feel anxious or worried. Don't hold. Let go of the hands for a minute. Yeah, no hands touch it. I just want to trigger it first. I want to get the real response in your body, the real memory. So imagine that thing now. Give it a different name for now. You got that memory, future or past? Okay. Give me a name, a different name for it, different word. Doesn't matter what the word is, just any word.
I can't come up with a word.
Oh, give me a number. Give me a number then. Just give me a number or color.
10.
10. All right. Close your eyes. Think of 10. Don't touch your hands. Yeah. Just keep your hands apart for now, just for a moment. The lid of my pen drops. As you think of 10 now, 0 to 10, how high is that anxiety, that fear, or that worry?
Right now it's about a 6.
Okay. Right now it's about 6. All right. Was it about 6 when you had it on Tuesday, or was it higher or lower?
Oh, it was off the charts.
All right. So imagine it's Tuesday. That thing's happening, whatever it was. You're in the memory. You're in your body. It's Tuesday. It's going on. It's real. You're there now. Vivification, easy for me to say. 0 to 10. Where's the anxiety now as you think about it now? Be in it now.
9.
Okay. So what I want you to do now, keep your eyes closed. Grab your index finger, your middle finger, and your thumb on top. Squeeze them all. Just breathe normally. I'm going to check in with you periodically every 10 seconds or so. What number has it gone to now?
So like a 3, 2 or 3.
Is it a 2 or a 3? First one.
2.
Okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Donkey. Remember donkey, by the way? I wonder why you said donkey. You don't need to tell me, by the way.
I'll tell you later.
You tell me after. Donkey. That's right. And as you keep thinking about that thing that was, well, we'll call it 10 now, as you keep holding on to those two fingers and thumb, donkey right now. That's right. Keep the memory open now. She squeeze donkey. Now, I don't know why you laugh so much about it, donkey. When I think of donkey, I think of that donkey from Shrek, isn't it? It's Eddie Murphy as the donkey. As you keep that memory open now, that's right. I think it was a 10 on Tuesday. She keeps squeezing 10 now, donkey. 0 to 2. Where's the anxiety? Fear or worry?
0.
Really? For sure?
Yeah.
Now, I want you to keep holding on, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing perfect, by the way. But I want you to try to make yourself feel anxious. Really bring it back now. Attempt to bring back that memory, future or past, whatever that thing was going on Tuesday. Bring it back now. Try and get anxious about it. Try and get worrisome about it. Try and get fearful about it now. Donkeys, keep holding on to those two fingers and thumb now. Make sure the memory is still open. I want you to focus on that memory. Donkeys, you keep squeezing now. Where's the anxiety gone now? Donkey.
It's still a 0, Luke.
Still a 0. Are you trying to feel anxious?
I am.
But you're good at this.
Yeah.
Try harder. Really try. I want you to give it the strongest the strongest attempt that you've ever had to make yourself feel anxious. And I know you've had anxiety, we've done anxiety for many, many years now. You were really good at it. So really, really give it a good old test. Convince yourself that you've let go of it. Keep that memory open. Make it vivid. Donkey. As you keep squeezing those two fingers and thumb. That's right, donkey. As you keep that memory open, collapsing now in and of itself, you don't need to do anything other than hold on to those fingers and listen to my words now. That's right, donkeys, it just collapse. And imagine it tries to come back and it just bounces off of you, like there's a force field around your mind now. And it tries to come back again and it bounces even further away. It's that force field around your mind protects it. It comes back, it rears its ugly head again, and it bounces further and further and further away from you. It takes all those feelings away with it now. As you open that memory and you keep that memory of 10 open now, your word, donkey. Where's the anxiety gone, stayed gone now? What number has it gone to now?
A 0.
0. Are you satisfied with that?
Yeah.
Good job. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
So, recap. Chinese medicine. Little finger is anger. Don't make a fist. Push down, relax your jaw. Sadness is ring finger. Middle finger is anxiety. Index finger is fear. Thumb is worry. Usually anxiety has all these ingredients for many people. So you may as well kill 3 birds with 1 stone. 2 fingers together, thumb, and squeeze them down. Always remember to relax your jaw. And just wait. And just wait. And you don't have to do anything sexy or amazing. It will naturally just drop. Or, I think with one client once ever, and it's only because of the language barrier, it didn't drop. Everyone else, I'm talking thousands of people I've done this with, it always works. But it's something you need to keep doing, right? It's a thing like, oh, I'm anger. Oh, it didn't work. You mean that me touching that finger one time didn't release all of my anger forever from the past, and the future didn't happen? Oh my God, it didn't work. No, you just got to do it. You got to do it a lot. Every time the trigger's there, the triggers will always exist. You'll feel a little bit. And then within a millisecond, you just go back to little finger, relax your jaw. And every time, or you feel a little bit of that sadness, you feel it, it comes up. You're a human being, you grab the finger. Or you change the color and shape, the energy. Or you feel a bit of that anxiety. All these responses, these emotions are appropriate. They're appropriate at certain times. If you go to a funeral, someone you love, it might be appropriate to be sad. There's a big dog chasing you to bite your butt. It might be appropriate to have anxiety, so you run a bit faster, jump a bit higher. If somebody's really wronged you, cost you money, said something untruthful about you that you know, it's probably appropriate to be angry. But if you're just sitting at home and none of that's really going on outside of your head, and you're just feeling that, then it's probably it's not really a need for you to feel it at that moment because it's not keeping you safe. There's no lesson. In which case, you can start to interrupt those emotions, not just interrupt and disrupt them, but to let them go. So what happens? Trigger happens. Oh, I feel really angry. Bang. And instead of going down the anger highway, you start to go down the new highway, which the trigger's there for a millisecond. It lights you up to let you know now's the time to take action. Like when you're driving and it says stop, it's like the stop signal, red sign comes up, and then straight away you go into it. And every time you do that, it starts to interrupt it and makes the neurological pathway of anger in your brain or sadness or anxiety becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. So eventually, they don't exist. So naturally, something happens that would have caused you to feel anger, sadness, or anxiety in the past. And now it's just, you're nonplussed about it. It's like, all right, how can I work this situation so I can be safe to learn from it and not emotionally get involved in it? Because the emotions they're like having spectacles, they're like having glasses. Because you want to see. You want to see, so you have glasses. That's why you have emotions, you want to see. But sometimes these glasses, these spectacles get dirty. They get dirty. And then you start to see the world through these dirty glasses and everything looks dirty and shitty everywhere. And no matter what's right or wrong in your life, everywhere you look, you see shit. You see dirt. It looks foggy. But sometimes what you've got to do is just take off the glasses and just clean them and then put them back on. And the world hasn't changed. But because you're looking through glasses that are now clean, it's like, oh, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful person. What an amazing opportunity. Oh, the world's treating me so well. No, it isn't. Well, it's treating you exactly how it used to treat you. You've just changed the one thing, the only thing you can control. Can't control the triggers. You can control what you do with them. or how other people are treating you, or how fast they want to respond. But you can absolutely clean up your glasses, put them on, so you can see the world for what it is and not what you think it is. Make sense?
Does the pinky one? I was actually quite surprised. It worked. It worked like a charm.
I know, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So I want you to add those to your tool case over next week, right? Because there will be triggers. However, because remember, every road into the problem is also the road out of the problem as well. It's the same. There's one road in and there's one road out. So now that with the triggers we think are bad, actually triggers say, if this what triggers you, it means we need to do a little bit more work around this. It's great. It's great. Like, it's a bit like you're writing a book, you're a perfectionist, and you think your book's great, but you're not the world's best speller. So if you publish that book without a proofreader, and now, no matter how great a speller you think you are, there's all these grammatical errors and spelling errors, and suddenly people laugh at your book and no one can read it and it's a piece of shit. Versus, I know I'm not a great speller. I know I don't structure sentences perfectly. I'm going to hire someone to proofread my book, and they're going to point out all the weaknesses in it. But that's beautiful, because that means if they can point out, then I clean up, fix this sentence, fix this word, and go back. So eventually they can't point out anything wrong with it. Now, when I release it, nobody can ever say there's ever any spelling errors, any grammatical errors in it. It's written the way it's supposed to, because I've made it airtight, made it watertight. Your triggers are a bit like a proofreader for a book. It can seem frustrating and annoying. And why are you still here? Why can't everything be perfect all the time? If everything was perfect all the time, we'd be dead probably. We'd have transcended to the next level. These triggers are like the proofreader. Rather than get annoyed, frustrated, how come she saw that word? No one else is going to see that word. It's her job, your unconscious's job, to see those things. But when you let them all go and you improve yourself, eventually there's less and less triggers until your book's perfect, and then everyone buys it. Buy my book, coming soon. There you go. Cool?
Love it. Yeah.
Right. So in a minute, we're going to go into, I want you to add the fingers in the videos that I sent you along with the tapping that you're going to do every day. And the days you don't want to do it, the days you're a bit cocky, or the days you're like, fuck it, those are the days you absolutely got to do it. Got to do it, got to do it. Then assess after how you feel. But the days you don't want to do it, the days you've got to do it even more for your wellness. And you've got the orange liquid recording as well that I want you to listen to.